Welcome to the last WrestleCulture of 2024. That's nice. Some good spin in that. Oh, that's a lovely hoodie you're wearing there.
Good spinning.
Where'd you get that from?
Let me sit down at first, or at least buy me dinner. There's a wonderful place where you can go called WhatCulture.com/shop.
Yeah, or just click the products right below this video right now, where you can get beautiful hoodies that are embroidered and lovely, like these.
Like this. And if you're already warm, they'll make you warmer.
They really will make you warmer.
It's
and
amazing.
So now the plug is over.
Yeah.
This is coming up because it's really, really warm in here.
Well, I thought this would like be a good substitute for a Christmas jumper.
Yes.
Because I came dressed all in black and was like, it's not really the vibe, is it? Anyway, hello everyone.
Hi.
Anyway, where am I?
Sorry, yeah, come on.
There we go. Come on.
Good people. Oh, also these aren't going on because it's too hot. So what are you gonna do? Just we brought them all. That counts, right?
Yeah, that counts.
Yeah. Anyway, where were we?
So I say thank you for the wrestling, the bumps you're taking. Thanks for all the pops you're making. Who can live without it? I ask you honestly. What would life be without a Punk, MJF, or Cody? So I say thank you for the wrestling, both fed and all elite.
Hey.
You can only like 2 wrestling promotions.
That's it.
That's
Good
right.
time.
TNA's
right.
had a good year as well. I should mention that.
You just said only 2
Yeah,
though.
yeah,
So
I-
Other wrestling promotions do exist.
Couldn't fit them in the song. I'm Adam Wilbourn from WhatCulture. Joined by Adam Nicholas and Phil Chambers from WhatCulture.
That's us.
Here's us.
Like
We're
I
here
said,
too.
the last WrestleCulture
We
of
did it.
2024. Thank you, everyone who's joining us live on YouTube.
Bit of ASMR for the Christmas special.
There we go.
Oh, hello.
Look,
what
I've got
what
a
did you
Tiny
get?
Rebel Hop Hut SummerSlam.
Oh, that's not this time of year.
Wait
It's
a
not
minute.
this time of year. I don't know what they're doing with this in Tesco's, but it's there.
Oh, that's
I'm
not a
gonna drink
WWE affiliated thing.
It's not.
Oh,
All in the word SummerSlam.
I'd keep your hand on that
Just-
one, Tiny Rebel.
Gone for it.
Yeah, they're
It's
big
all-
rebel, if anything.
Yeah.
Tactical Penguin joined us. Afternoon, lads. Had a very busy last day of work today, washing my car. So probably more work than Hamlet. Sorry, I haven't been able to catch recent streams, but I had to come to wish you a lot of happy Christmas. Happy Christmas to you, Tactical
Happy
Penguin, and everyone
Christmas.
joining us today.
God bless us, everyone.
Everyone.
Vander says, sending festive greetings to the WhatCulture crew. Thank you for providing us with this fantastic content. What is your Christmas Day tipple of choice?
Ooh, this is a good one. I have a new one recently. Yeah, which I don't know where it came from. I don't know how it evolved into this, but I've always liked a good beer or something. Or maybe I'll Guinness. Last 2 years, somehow pear copper burgers creeped its way onto the menu because it's a little bit lighter. So it's not quite as heavy. Obviously, you don't drink as much of it, but if it's still, you go put in a bit of ice, and it's a bit better for the old Christmas dinner. Whereas you're not too bloated.
That's
Of
good.
course.
So I think it goes quite well.
I don't get much choice these days because, well, I don't plan and take my own booze or anything. But I'll go to my my partner's parents' house, and her dad likes alcohol, but just buys the cheapest stuff he can possibly find.
I'm
Nice.
kind of into it though, yeah.
So it's like
Maybe we've all done that before.
incredibly varied in terms of what it is and the quality of it. So it's kind of a crapshoot as to what it actually ends up being. Last Christmas, it was ouzo and blackcurrant for some reason.
Wow.
Which is not a very
That-
Christmassy mood, but tastes like blackcurrant licorice sweets, and it's absolutely
Sure gets you in the Christmassy mood.
Yeah, that is how you get yourself into the New Year's day afterwards hangover mood, I think. Jesus.
That reminds me of when
Ouzo blackcurrant. Merry Christmas, everyone.
a friend of mine
Let's go.
from South Africa once brought us, it's called straw rum, I think it is.
Right.
And I nearly died the next day. That really did me in. I think I don't remember actually drinking last Christmas. I feel like it was just like this mad day of, it's Christmas, but
First Christmas
it's Eric's
for
first
Eric,
Christmas,
yeah.
but he's not really the age to enjoy it, and he's asleep, he's awake,
He doesn't drink booze yet.
He's got too many presents, so I'm just going to go route one and say Baby Guinness. But I
Baby
did
Guinness.
promise in a podcast we just recorded that's going to be going out over the festive period. I did promise I was going to try and break out the cocktail shaker and at least give it a go for Michael Sidgwick this year.
Interesting. You see, now, on the topic of cheap drink, I always am a big fan of them little stubby beers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We were discussing this with friends the other week. They're underrated.
Yeah.
Massively underrated. Cause
I'm not a lager guy, but I'll take a little stubby beer.
you'll take a little green. What is it about the
It really
little
reminds me
green?
of like camping or something.
Yes.
Exactly.
You sat outside on a chair and you just crack it open.
And I've noticed the more supermarkets I go to, it's like shorter supply.
Yeah.
People are like embarrassed to have the stubbies now, and I'm like, what's wrong with this? What is wrong with this?
I'm with you. Underrated.
Underrated.
Is a
You
stubby
crack
beer.
them out at a party. I'm your best friend. This is a vibe and a half. Yes, please.
Matt Rain says, for the final time in 2024, happy Friday, brothers. Hope you all have a lovely
Friday.
Christmas. Same to you, to Mr. and Mrs. Rains, I should say. You've got 2 long-time listeners flying up to MD for the weekend. So a special Saturday Legends Lounge on top of today's.
Hello.
Love you guys. I can actually do Legends Lounge.
You can, and it's on a Saturday. So
Look
you're gonna
at
miss
you.
it.
No, I could do this. Oh, he's doing double. No, he's doing it
double.
Double
Ah,
tonight and tomorrow.
What are you doing tonight, like?
I might have a drink after work hours, obviously, after we've officially finished our working hours.
Definitely after work hours.
Yeah,
definitely.
yeah.
It's early start for WrestleCulture.
I'm not
this
making no excuses. I'm not even here. What are you on
Oh,
about?
yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
he's
on,
coming
I am
on his day
literally
off
on
for this.
holiday. I am on a holiday right now. This is how much I love the game.
No reason for the early start for WrestleCulture.
No. Don't read into that.
No reason at all.
What are you talking about? It's always been 2:30. Always. If anything.
The clocks have gone back in the UK for our American listeners. Merry Ramahanu Kwanzmas to you, legend, says Jeff Rainmaker on screen and in the chat. Here's hoping Santa brings packs and pants.
No, we don't want him to ever have pants. Ever.
And Mark Lee Willis, thank you again, Mark, for all your support over this year, says, I'm here. Just a reminder to anyone who wants to contribute to my project / still needs to, can you contact me online, please? And thanks for all the content. Support and laughter to all the WhatCulture crew and fans. Thank
Why
you,
do I feel
Mark.
like
Him up
Mark's
on Twitter.
making like a building?
Yeah.
Like a project,
The
so
project
big.
thing.
It's like a big,
It's
it's
like,
a building.
What is this?
Mark is the project manager, and they are currently building a gigantic new WhatCulture towers. Sorry, Mark, I've got the expectations very high there. No pressure, buddy.
No pressure, but you got to deliver now, Mark.
Eric Vasquez, great first name, Eric, as always, says, hello, chaps. Been a year for sure. Favourite memories of 2024, just in general, not limited to work or wrestling. Also, what can keep its candy ass in 2024? Cheers to you all and happy holidays. Favourite memories of this year?
Favorite memories of this year? I think they will end up being work
Yeah,
related.
they are, aren't they?
London live show.
That was
Just,
awesome.
Oh, God,
410 people in a room. What the hell is going on? But it's Philadelphia. It's gonna have to be
Philly.
Philadelphia, I think.
I'm going to say it now. I don't think any of us have actually said it on a pod or anything. So I'm going to apologise in advance. I'm going to say it, though, out loud.
Here he goes.
Because we got... The London was brilliant, obviously. Like, London was great.
Shout out to Sweet Chin
I
Disco.
know what you're gonna say now.
You know what I'm going to say. And I'm right. I'm right. You
are
don't
right,
have
yeah.
to take the bullets as well.
You
I'll
are
take the
right.
bullets. London was amazing for the size of it. We actually pulling that off was amazing.
Yeah.
Just like the biggest
We'll do
one
that
we've
again.
ever done.
Yeah. We did not expect 410 people in any way, shape, or form.
Absolutely
So
not.
that was amazing.
I kept like trying to like, well, it's cool if we just get to 200. It's
Yeah.
cool. It's
Yeah,
cool.
yeah, yeah.
It was
cool
a
if
little
we
bit
just get
last
300.
minute. Like
Yeah.
we were just like, oh, we've got a room. We'll just see what happens. Did not expect
And then watching that room getting put together with about
boy.
5 minutes to spare, I'm like, oh, this
This
is
is
over.
not gonna happen.
This is not going to happen. But it did somehow.
Yeah.
Thank you for your patience outside, which is going to make this next bit
Shout out,
worse.
just before that, shout out to Sweet Chin Disco and Sam, who might
course.
have an announcement coming soon.
Ooh, what could that
What
be?
could that be?
It's Christmas hat. Is there any presents for us yet? No, not yet.
Not yet.
Not yet. That's
yet.
not how it works. That's,
Not
Yeah.
yet.
that's magicians. Which was great. Great. Massive audience. Best one, like, in terms of size we've had. However, I have to give the flowers to the Philly crowd.
Oh.
'Cause
Yeah.
while they were smaller, they were absolutely ravenous and ready to go. And it was not that the London crowd weren't in it, but just in terms of the smaller and mightier sound coming from them. I think there was a lot of drunk people there too, to be fair.
I think there was
I think
a
it was
lot of drunk
assisted by the
people there.
alcohol, but let me tell you, that was some vibe. That
It's
really,
amazing.
really great. to
I
see.
thought you were going to say Philadelphia was too cold for a split second.
No.
Laney was too cold.
No, the Philly live
was.
crowd was insane.
yes.
Like even before we were doing anything, they were chanting things. It was like genuinely incredible.
Plus, that rolled into Cody finishing the story, Sammy
Exactly,
being
yeah.
done
That
for.
does kind of help, doesn't it?
It was a good way to kick off the weekend.
And a
certainly
good
helps.
Raw after WrestleMania.
Who knew
knew?
it can still happen?
Who knew it was possible?
I knew we were onto a good one where me and Nicholas just went to SmackDown because we had a bit of spare time.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
didn't
actually
even
true
have
because
to.
I remember saying to you, I was very, very like listen, pal, if we've got free time and you think I'm going to SmackDown, it's like, we're in Philadelphia, man. We can go and do anything we want. And it rolls around. I'm like, are we going to SmackDown tonight? Let's go to SmackDown.
Wale Mania, a particular highlight for me this year.
Yeah.
From what I remember. I thought you were going to say the only blemish on the Philadelphia record was the moment where Nicholas almost died and didn't reveal it to us.
Oh, yeah, that wasn't even on my bingo card. But I was just, before we run away from that Wale Mania night.
Two very different ends to that night we had.
Well, I think multiple different endings.
Shout out to Queen of the Ring.
Yeah. Shout out to Queen of the Ring. Shout out to Queen of the Ring.
For sending Wilbourn home.
Shout out to Simon Miller for getting in the taxi with him. I mean, that's pretty good.
And shout out to Zoa Energy for powering the whole night.
I have to say it was nice. Who knew Zoa and Hennessy was a good fit?
Hennessy!
However, the end of that night for you and me was very, and I imagine Phil in the end was very similar, only at very different time stages, and for very different reasons. Is as much as I'm allowed to say.
Maybe one day we'll reveal it at a live show where it's not being filmed. How about that?
Yeah. Maybe.
Maybe.
Oh, well, we can cut it.
Yeah. We'll put that live on YouTube.
Yeah. Yeah. Do you want to talk about the nearly dying thing, or would you rather not? It's up to you.
It doesn't bother me. It's not even that fancy though. It was just we got some lovely chocolates, didn't we? Off
yes.
Amanda Slaughter. Shout out to Amanda Slaughter.
Yeah. Cheers, Amanda.
Chats. They were delicious, and I know my body. I know what I'm supposed to eat, what I'm not supposed to eat. However, sometimes every now and again, you've just been working all night, and you come in, and you're like, sorry, I'm just gonna just grab the chocolate, but the chocolate had peanuts in it, and I've got like a mild peanut intolerance. Thankfully, not like if it was deathly, it would have been different. But me and Wilbourn were having our little late night sit.
Late night
after
Lily
everybody
Hayes.
else had gone to bed, watching Lily Hayes again. By the way, have you seen some of the most recent ones? I can't get into it. We'll be here all day.
Okay.
I'm going to have to show you them when I'm on the drink because they are so good. It's like I literally was crying the other day laughing. So we're watching these videos, and every night it's been the same thing. He goes looking for more of them, finds one, tries to pop me, I pop. We'd get another one. And it keeps going like this until eventually he runs out of them and we go to bed.
Yeah.
Only this time he was doing it, and I could tell as I'm trying to play down the fact that I've realised I've eaten this.
The throat's closing.
And my throat's getting a bit. So I'm gargling water at the thing. It's like, I'm just dehydrated, you know. Which he's like, oh yeah, it's not a bad idea. So he starts gargling water as well, like just like a sympathetic water gargle, I guess.
Smart idea.
He's like, oh, he's ahead of the game, this Nicholas. But then I'm thinking, like, how do I slowly go to bed here? And like convince him, but because I'm not popping, he becomes obsessed with trying. Come on, just one more,
bed.
Just one more. So I'm sitting there like, we actually ended up probably later because he's trying to pop me, and I'm like,
I was uploading the podcast, by the way.
like my throat's closed up. I'm like, please, can we just go to bed? He's like, oh.
Lily was so good, she killed him.
Nearly killed me, but thankfully we all survived.
Yeah,
and,
it was amazing. We've had some amazing trips this year. Which featured in some. What was your favourite moment of the year in terms of in-ring? Was it Cody finishing the story? Was it Bryan Danielson at Wembley? I know that's probably yours.
It stole my heart, that one. I mean, I tell you why Cody's only come second to that for one reason. It's a sound effect and it's a dong and it's the name The Undertaker turning up. If I had been literally almost anyone else, not almost anyone else, if it had just been Steve Austin, that wins everything for me. Yeah. Fine. No problem.
It didn't affect it for me. It's just the things happening. The thing we hoped was going to happen.
It was funny from that respect. But
yeah, definitely.
It was a bit like 38. Yeah, it must be 38. The thing we hoped was going to happen, but we're worried WWE were going to ruin, is actually happening. Cody Rhodes at 38, and you've promised tribal combat. You delivered what you delivered on night one, which was great. Seeing The Rock wrestle, check. And then I'm like, well, that means it's I'm supporting the baddies in this because I want tribal combat the next night for the exact reason that we got it. And and just Cody finishing the story. Then again, I can't remember. In my head, they merged together, so I don't remember if Sammy was night one or night two. Night one?
Night one, I think.
Which was just
that was incredible.
And it was a really nice moment because it's not rare because Sidge does sort of shift up when we're on these sorts of things and does enjoy himself.
He remembers that he likes wrestling.
In spite of his preference for AEW, which is obviously fair enough. Same for sort of Hamlet when we go to All In, I suppose. But like sharing that moment of him just his head falling off with the Sammy Gunther finish was wonderful.
Yeah. I tell you what, I think more people who have their critique of Mr. Sidgwick need to watch him actually watching live wrestling.
Yeah.
Because I tell you, I've seen a handful go mad. I've seen the boys go mad. I've seen myself go mad. I don't know if I've seen anyone go like wrestling mad the way Sidge goes when he goes wrestling mad.
Yeah.
Like it's to the point where I'm like, holy cow.
Like when he forgets himself and he's like in the moment.
It's just like he's just sitting in his living room at home and he's going absolutely insane.
Watch the Dynamite review this week for him loving wrestling.
Yeah.
Like
I can imagine that Dynamite being a big moment for him though after this.
Yeah.
I heard some whispers. Do I need to go and watch it? I've heard some whispers that it was really good.
Yeah.
It was a good show.
Yeah.
It's pretty good. What can keep his candy ass
pretty good.
in 2024? The MJF Adam Cole rivalry for me. I love both men.
What was the question, sorry?
What can keep his candy ass in 2024?
Oh God.
Yeah.
I mean, that's
There's quite a
good
lot.
one.
For me, the Death Riders, but that's just personal
Death
preference.
Riders is definitely
the
another one.
elite storyline.
Yep.
Taking over. That can be gone forever.
AW bad booking can just stay
AW,
right
yeah. AW bad
Stop
bugging.
it now. Let's cut the bull. Let's go. Let's get back in the game.
Up until about 4 weeks ago, I would have said Mercedes Moné.
Yeah.
A bad
Picking it
year
up.
for her, and then
Come on,
she's
let's
pulled
pick
out
some
of the fire.
WWE ones as well. We can do
I was
this.
going to say,
We
it's
can
going to be real anti-AEW
do
this little
this.
bit. There's got to be some.
No, nothing comes to mind.
Give me a break.
To be honest, this is probably
on.
slightly controversial. The Wyatt Six, very nice.
Really?
I don't care. I just don't care anymore.
Well,
I care more about Karrion Cross.
Yeah.
I mean,
I
Karrion Kross
wouldn't
has
want to see them just banished though.
An incredible
Like,
turnaround. No, I wouldn't.
Yeah.
Either. Like, I think the matches have been really fun. I think it's actually been like it's not as in your face as all the Bray Wyatt.
Yeah,
stuff
that's
was.
fair.
It's a little bit like pared back, but I think like what they've actually done with it match wise has been really good
I think
fun.
it's difficult because they're probably starting to figure out where the level is.
Yeah.
But that requires a few weeks of feel. After that, such a meteoric shoot at the start, let's be honest, because nobody was expecting it to deliver the way it did in the ring, which is always the biggest worry.
Yeah.
Judgment Day. What a year! What a few years it's had.
You're
But
ready for it to
let's.
be.
It's definitely
come
ready.
on. Let's let Dom have his world title singles run now. Come on.
Yeah, let's get to Rhea versus Dom and get it out of the way.
I just need to come up with an original one for me that nobody would have seen coming. Like The Rock. I can't even say that honestly, because if he wasn't there next year, who am I going to shout at?
Yeah.
But actually,
And what a year he made it. As much as there was a period in February and I was like, what are you doing, Dwayne?
Yeah.
Don't do this. I mean, do it to me, Dwayne, because I want to see you. But don't do this to Cody, man. What are you doing?
actually, I think you'll find
Jericho
it was
as well.
his
Going back to
Chris
it.
Jericho.
My God.
Holy smokes, man. You know, I was thinking about his books the other day, and
How many's he got?
quite a lot, and I've read quite a few of them.
Really?
And
I read the first one. I never read it.
yeah, and I have to say, this was while I still enjoyed him and his work, and he's not a terrible writer, but the thing is, when you're reading his books, I imagine if I went back and read them now, they'd sound a lot different in my head.
Yeah.
Because I used to like the way that I'd be like, oh, he's like overdoing how like confident he is in himself, you know, like some people are saying it's the greatest match ever, so I'd hear it in that like jokey voice when I was reading it.
But now
And
you know
then
it's
now I'm
real.
like, oh no, he means it. All of these books are miles worse than I thought
Yeah.
they were because he means it all. There's no like, not a great deal of tongue in cheek in there. Like, it's not as good as I thought it was. I thought you were quite funny.
Martin in the chat, Martin Hutchinson says, I did have Chris Jericho's books until I needed to get them to the nearest charity shop.
Yeah.
And hi to the lovely Mimi Burris, who asked us what our favourite moment in 2024 was, in fact, and also says, in terms of stuff that can stay in 2024, Pure Fusion Collective, and you'll get no arguments from me on that one.
Yeah, that's just been super, super strange.
I'm going to try and find something in WWE. Let me just think, as an outsider,
Stay.
something in WWE I'm not. You carry on. I'm going to keep thinking.
The fact it's tough is a good sign.
It is good.
A lot of the overarching booking of the women's division in general
Yeah.
kind of been a lot thrown together. There's been a couple of shining lights, obviously, don't get me wrong. But they can definitely fix that up.
Who's in there that I don't like?
MJ Roach says, give Adam the Iconics in 2025 and Miller in the Rumble.
My God.
We can but dream.
Miller in the room.
Miller in the Rumble. Why?
Certainly
Could you
another
imagine?
Joe Henry's just
WCPW
about
person
to get
is
his
going to be in it.
moment in the Rumble. And then Miller comes out to get his revenge.
Steals his pop.
Steals the pop. Joe Hen. Why? Bam.
Is the All In Live show going up on the channel, asks Ethan. Did we manage to smuggle that
some
back
point.
from Philly?
Yeah, this is all. If you'd like to direct all of your questions about that to Phil Chambers, Normally it's me, but on this occasion it's Phil Chambers, who has
definitely me.
been, in your defence, a very busy boy recently.
It has been a strange end to the year.
New bosses have decided, Phil, it's time for you to do some actual work.
You know that job you have, Phil? It's time for it to be a real job, I'm afraid. You can't just float by doing whatever you want anymore.
Yeah.
God damn it.
What job should we give Phil? Yes.
Yeah, I like the first
Yes.
the world took your literal floating device in the boat when you got kicked out of the marina.
Yeah.
So it's like the world takes
Yeah.
that. You go, I can't float by anymore, but at least I can do it metaphorically in my house. And then the big guy's like, all right, you. And that's not to say that he doesn't do much. He does a lot of work, but he's now
the reason we
been
get to
asked
do live shows half the time.
He is an octopus of a man, and he's only really been using about 3 of his arms, and now they're like, better get them 5 to work, boy. So look forward to that. That's what I'd like to see more of in 2025, actually.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah. I don't know what you're laughing at. You're next.
Yeah, you're definitely next. I think it's going to create some fun things to happen in 2025.
Yes.
So I will put
Me
that
too. Big
out there.
plans.
I think there will be some fun things, some big announcements.
Let's be honest. While we do work hard, we could always use a good foot up the arse, us three, and everybody downstairs.
I want to play harder as well next year.
Yeah.
And it's going to be mine
Exactly.
from now on.
Yeah.
My foot.
Phil's
up your
foot.
ass.
Yeah. Better
I
get you
won't
some nice
even turn it
shoes.
sideways.
Or dust it off.
Actually, speaking of which, OG Stem Cell, lovely to hear from you as always, says, what wrestling things do you want to see happen in 2025? I want to see Sammy win his first world title. Thanks for all the content and happy holidays. I want to see that.
I definitely
don't
wanna
think it's
see
gonna.
that.
I'm not sure if it's going to happen next year, but I would love it to.
I don't know. Sammy taking the belt off Gunther would be a wonderful little story arc.
Certain another Phil might have something to say about
Yeah.
that. That's what I want to see happen in 2025. Not the Gunther side of things necessarily, but yeah, Punk winning the world title
CM
and
Punk
main event in
versus-
WrestleMania, and then we just that conversation just go away.
CM Punk versus Kevin Owens at some point in 2025 is something I'm going to want to see. Oh my god.
Things I want to stay in 2024.
Okay.
Here he is.
I'll never get it. We'll never get it. It's impossible. Saudi shows.
Oh
They can
yeah.
stay in
Yeah,
2024 for me. I don't need them. Don't need these fictional big belts just rocking up. I know they got to play the game, but I don't need them. And I bet the talent don't need them either, really.
Yeah.
Things I want to see in 2025, preferably a tribal sort of belt would be ideal. You know, like a tribal chief championship is what I'd
And then
like
you
to
could have
see.
maybe a like tribal chief versus a people's championship kind of thing. Going
Unifying match between two belts that neither of them won.
That belt can stay in
Thoughts on the
2024.
tribal chief championship?
Is that a real thing?
Oh yeah, we've
something
got
they
you've not doing
thought
this
of.
morning. Yeah.
Have I been
WWE are considering a tribal chief championship, presumably because they can't sell the Ula Fallas, because
No.
that's understandable. I mean,
No.
someone else putting on an Ula Falla who hasn't actually deserved it and has no connection to the
that's-
culture would look ridiculous, wouldn't they?
They would, yeah. Which is great for people who have earned it and can wear it
Obviously,
freely.
yeah.
Obviously.
They're
Yeah.
the DJs of the world.
Yeah.
So they're on about basically creating a tribal chief championship, maybe in time for tribal combat on January 6th.
Who's there?
Yes.
Fed.
The big they in the sky.
No, come on. The fairy and yeah. Dwayne's like, got a great idea.
This does sound very Dwayne.
What if we make that belt so I can win that belt?
It's just got
Got
his
3
face
belts
on it.
by the end of April.
He's just like, yeah, of course. And then
It's
whatever.
just his face surrounded by a Nula Fallow on the belt.
Yeah, I'm telling
I'm
you.
buying
man.
it.
That's got Dwayne written all over it. That has.
I know, if you fail to learn from history, all that sort of thing, and that's, a very sort of old-fashioned take of like, okay, but, things are different from, you can't just say, well, that happened 20 years ago, so don't repeat those mistakes. It's literally just happened in AEW, like this year, them going, we've got too many belts. And WWE's like, I like the women's IC in US, by the way. I particularly like, and I'm sure we all agree that Chelsea Green
Hell yeah.
finally getting her flowers quite right.
Finally.
So that's
Still could have been more creative with how they launched them, just saying.
it. Could have had a better match as well for the crowning of it, to be
Well,
honest.
yeah.
But the finish was awesome.
Shut up. Shut up.
Ooh, now,
shut up.
now it's Christmas. Being told to shut up with someone
On
else.
your own podcast.
Ooh, that old familiar feeling of Christmas Day.
Chestnuts roasting on open fire. Shut up.
It's funny because it works both ways. That's good. That's really popped me, that.
But no, I don't get me wrong. I'll buy the Tribal Chief Championship. Eric will be wearing it on his 2nd birthday. But No more belts in WWE. Learn from AEW's mistakes.
They have enough.
Just shut up.
Just shut up.
Martin Brophy says, could Drew get involved in tribal combat? Martin, I bloody hope not. I love Drew, but that January 6th show looks huge, and I don't want any shenanigans really in the other. Like I want shenanigans in the traditional way of tribal combat, but
will Dwayne not turn up for tribal combat? Surely.
Yeah, surely. It's Netflix debut.
It's Netflix
baby.
day one, and he'd be same as he thought about the SmackDown. You couldn't possibly start a show without Dwayne. How would you ever get anybody to watch?
Punk Rollins.
How would they know?
Punk Rollins livery for the title and solo Roman tribal combat, and they're just getting started there, really, aren't they?
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Foundation for it. Sorry, that feels like some real good foundation for it.
What want to see in 2025? Anything else?
What else?
Ospreay winning the world title.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll take it. I don't need to say it.
No, I don't think he needs
but
it either.
I think he will get it.
Yeah.
I have no doubt about that. And the more that he keeps seemingly checking off people's, he's becoming the Charlotte Flair of the AEW men's division, isn't he? When she was on that run where she was just giving everybody their best match.
Yeah.
I don't mean being a heel and taking the belt all the time. Just feels like everybody wants to wrestle him because he's going to give you your best match.
That Darby Allin match was so much fun.
Yeah. Connected to this, actually, Stephen Ellison says, who do you think will have a big 2025 and who do you want to?
I want more from this Toni Storm character. My God, it's so good.
Yeah.
The fact that she's
all
running,
elite now.
Her running an amnesia
Really
storyline
clever.
after Timeless Toni Storm is the most perfect thing.
Have you seen the...
And also-
Because you could literally slip back into the other one whenever you want.
Yeah.
And probably more.
Yeah,
Other
it's
versions
so good.
of herself.
And incredible that wrestling hasn't done this already.
Yeah. I don't...
I'm sure I pitched this to someone once.
I think you might have.
Storyline in wrestling.
I know I'm very much the same. I try and have like it's not a work thing necessarily because it's a ridiculous job that we get to do. It's so much fun. But I do try and, like, if I've got a holiday or whatever, go like, you know what? I'm just going to take a step back and I'll catch up on everything.
Yeah.
Have you seen the Toni Storm interview from Dynamite this week?
And the behind the scenes footage.
And the behind the
No,
scenes.
I've seen the one where it was a one where she was pointing at Mark Briscoe.
Yes,
which
that's
was probably
I think Collision or
whatever
around
that
that.
was.
We'll show you that before we both of that before we go out later
Okay.
because it is
So that's New Lily.
understandable.
Remember these
so
New
good.
Lily Hayes videos.
Yeah.
Toni Storm video.
Yeah.
What was that Undertaker video you were meant to show us yesterday?
Him going down the slide.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, well, I know what it is now. So, although it makes sense because actually I did see the clip of you going, "Oh, he's going down!" Oh,
It's one of the timestamps on our NXT review is just someone timestamping it right in the word wee. I couldn't believe he actually did it.
It's so dumb.
Yeah.
He got a slide out of it. Fair play. And he hasn't got a lot of money, so you know, nice to see him and Michelle McCool just getting by.
Yeah.
Is he the only person in history who's going to be able to take it with him because he's a dead man? You know,
Yes.
After he's dead.
Also,
That's where he makes all his
one of my
money.
highlights of 2024, because I'll be honest, I was still, we're still the UK #1 podcast, i.e. the #1 UK wrestling podcast from the UK, in the UK.
Just keep saying UK.
Yeah.
That really hard.
But it was a period where I was like, okay, Mark Calloway, very nice, congratulations, but can you stop treading on toes so much? The wonderful chartable RIP, which we used to keep track of chart position, very...
I love you, Chartable.
Come back.
It's sunset in 2024, I think is the correct term. And literally the day before it all shut down, bloop, just popped above him.
Yeah. That's nice.
Bye, Mark.
The last ever.
Oh,
Top
bye,
UK
Mark.
podcast.
Yeah. Well, time's up. So, whoever's at the top when the clock goes out.
Yeah,
I
you've
hope-
had
yeah.
your 5 minutes.
At the buzzer.
Last goal winnings.
Yeah.
I do like the idea of him. Let's check out what these boys are doing. Goddamn Santa hats.
I honestly love the idea that just one day he gets curious.
Yeah.
Or the
this?
producer of his podcast, whoever that dude is like, you see who's these guys? And just checks it out one day and just happens to land right in the middle of a dead man bit. Or has even seen the compilation on our channel. That fills my heart full of joy because I just think he'd be going, I don't even sound like that.
Another one of the boys is showing up on this podcast. I gotta go and see Stacks down in NXT and have some goddamn words with
He's
that
like
boy
literally-
supporting these lads.
Doesn't realise. But there. Hang on, I've got to retract that.
Careful.
Yeah. No, just pretend I didn't say anything.
Okay.
I know I'm drunk. On his 2.5% beer.
Next step is you letting wrestlers caught, I'm afraid.
Uh-oh, gotta create a beer for the boys.
The video would break the internet. That the Dudley boys are in wrestlers' court with the dead man.
The dead man tearing
Oh
them
my
apart.
God.
Should we reach out to him? See if he's
I think we should probably make that happen.
Yeah, I think we should try and make that
we
happen.
should make that happen.
We came close.
2025. That's what I want to see in 2025.
That's what I want in 2025.
The Dudley boys in wrestlers' court.
Yeah.
with
We
the
almost
dead man.
worked Starcast together. All those I always get confused with Starcast and Starcade.
Yeah.
Starcast together a few years ago.
I feel like it would be like the finale of Seinfeld where they're just having to pay for all their crimes. They're just sitting there in court
Yeah.
while the dead man kicks the ass. Oh. Yeah, miss me swear there for you.
Yeah, thank you. It's a very
I want to get the
Christmas.
pub.
Merry
I want to get the pub.
yeah.
Ho, 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 bitch.
again, echo all three. I think I speak for all three of us when if you give me a Christmas wish, the person I want to have a big 2025 is Big E.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We can dream, obviously, if he's mentally and physically available to do it.
Even if it's not wrestling, just whatever he's doing outside of wrestling.
I am very
Good
excited
year
to
for
see
Big
what
E.
Evil New Day looks like in 2025. I feel like
Yeah,
I said this before. I
it's
think
been good.
their first match should be on the Raw, the Netflix debut in ring.
Yeah.
Now the crowd know Dominic Mysterio treatment for these boys.
Yeah.
That first promo of them in the ring
good.
was good stuff.
I love it when it works.
Yeah.
You know, when it's just, wrestling worked. Isn't it the best? The fans are doing imagine going back to 2017 or 28 and just thinking like, how far
You can't
away
make
you were
me.
from
Yeah.
that. You literally, how far away you were from the fans wanting to do any of that.
Beautiful.
Hi to David Esposito, says a happy festive period to you all at WhatCulture and the WhatCulture community. A government shutdown looms here in America. Good luck, guys.
Oh, jeez.
Which wrestling promotion could use a shutdown and reboot the most? Cheers and much love.
David
Oh.
Esposito, your 2024 needs to be shut down.
Yeah.
Not that I'm suggesting that the new year will just make everything better, because that's not a real thing. Don't fall for that trick. But you've had a real crap year, man, and I hope next year
Yeah.
is better for you. That's
something we want to happen in 2025.
yeah. I want David
Better
Esposito
year
to have
for
the
David
best year.
Esposito.
That's what I want.
A shutdown and a reboot.
I don't know about Rebo, but every wrestling promotion needs a shutdown at some point. And wrestling needs an off
Needs
season.
an off season. That is the.
Me and Sige actually randomly just talked about that on our Q&A podcast that's going to be going out over the sort of festive period when we're not here.
Yeah.
And we did pinpoint specific months that both companies could take off that I think could work for them. A
Even if
reboot.
It's not like a full shutdown. Like wrestlers should have a
Yeah.
off season, and then like if you stagger it somehow, so they disappear
Yes,
for 3 months.
yeah,
like
like
you
a
get 3 months
roster.
off, and then they come back in.
Just have time. Honestly,
Like
just take time off.
Yeah.
How they missed the biggest open goal ever, in my opinion, AEW. That was the one thing at that time when they could have literally set the rules forever.
Yeah.
Right? Yes, you could argue TV would have said, we need you to be doing it. Why? TV don't say that TV shows on television.
Yeah.
Treat it as a TV show. Here is your season. This is the season. It would be longer, obviously. It wouldn't. But the season of television, time off, and another season of television. I don't know, man. I just feel like they had a real chance to do that. And they could have changed the way that it would have thought, which might have then meant WWE were like, oh, we can do that as well, maybe.
Yeah.
And then they could have argued against when they're doing their next renewals for television rights and stuff. But that's the Vince McMahon model, isn't it? It's the get into sports because that's the thing that runs for hours. It keeps people there, locked in. They won't have time off. So
I'd say not necessarily a reboot, but put the world title on Joe Hendry before he pops up in the Rumble TNA. I know they're going
which
through a bit
world
of
title is this?
TNA world title.
Oh, the TNA world title, I was going to say.
No, Joe Henry's going to beat Gunther.
Yeah.
He's fighting Nick Nemeth.
Where you were going with that.
I hope he wins, and I hope that's a sign of like we want the TNA champion in the Rumble, and it's kind of going to have to be you, Joe. I'd say something like it's not bad, but in terms of like, I just think like organize it and get it on telly, Ring of Honor, because it's so just sort of like a second thought for anyone who's like an AEW fan. And you got Jericho Cardona, you got Athena doing as she has done for years now, great stuff in there, but it's never felt like God. I need to really pay attention to this now. It just feels like a...
It's nuts how much good stuff Athena has done in Ring of Honor that just won't be seen because it's just been in Ring of Honor.
Well,
I keep hearing about it, and people keep telling me she's just kicking ass down there. And I do understand the element of you want an attraction on there to bring people, but it's not. I don't think it's working.
No.
And I don't. You are a diehard if you're still watching that, and fair play. There's nothing wrong with that. Like if that's
100%.
your brand of wrestling, great.
Tony, just let someone else book it.
Yeah.
Concentrate on AEW.
Yeah, I was going to say,
give that to someone else.
Shut down and reboot a promotion. Because
I mean, AEW needs. I think last Dynamite was
They appear to be
really,
in the
really
right
good.
direction,
And if
actually,
that
don't they?
is how they're going to do things going forwards, with a little bit of a reset on some of the old storylines and things, I think that could be
I know it's not
potential. I mean, we've been here before with like Dynamite has one good show and you're like, oh, it's back.
Yes.
I know it's not a promotion. I'm going to cheat a little bit, David, but it's going to sound like a banging the same drum that we always bang, but it's a drum that still needs banging. Somehow still needs banging. Especially when you have this unlimited, what seems now an unlimited list of female wrestlers who are that good.
Mm-hmm.
Can we just stop pissing around and just get it right, man? Like, I'm not trying to point at the sign and be like, do good for women's wrestling. I can't believe I still have to say that, but like, genuinely, it's the roster they have in NXT is insane. The roster they have in AEW is insane. The roster they have on the main roster for WWE is insane. Give them more things to do. How is it that hard? It's not that hard.
Never been this much top tier female.
Women's PLE in 2025. Let's have it.
I'd like Evolution 2 2025.
Yeah.
It will never, ever, ever, ever happen. But I want it.
We can dream.
We can dream. It's just not that hard. I can't understand it, man.
Steve, you can put this.
Skin worse every week.
Says, "Can I hit
It's
some
just going to
gin?"
be Steve N soon, isn't
Yes.
it?
Steven.
Steven.
You can pick 3 women and 3 men to build a new promotion around. Who do you pick? Tony D. Stacks and the Riz, obvious choices. You can't pick Roxanne Perez. She has to stay in NXT. I'm going to keep myself out of this because I have built my own promotion along with Michael Sidgwick and Andy Murray in a video that's going to go, I think, on the 30th of December. And I'm not going to say any more about it because we had so much fun doing it. And I think I've made the greatest wrestling card ever. So, 3 women, 3 men that you want to, the 2 of you want to build your promotions around.
My God.
I've got a babe coming, so.
I was going to say there's going to be a lot of silence now. I'll try and figure
That's
this
not a
out. So,
wrestler.
Wilbourn, just you do some things.
You could have at least prepped with. Well, I suppose that's someone else has to, yeah, but there you go.
Not how this
Thanks,
works.
people.
It's not how live chat works.
Son of a. What's in that show for half an
I think Tony Storm's going to be right at the top of that list.
Tony
isn't
Storm
she?
is 100% on my list.
Willow. I love Willow Nightingale. She's an amazing year.
Oh, you sure you don't want to just book one
Yeah,
yourself?
sorry.
Go on, you do yours.
Go on, you do yours.
I'm naming the people who I may have missed out on in the draft.
I tell you what, I don't care if she's nearly retired, every promotion that I have that features a woman will start with Meiko Satomura right at the very
Oh, yeah.
right at the top of it. Forever and ever. Now I just need to think about whose ass do I want to see her kick.
I'm going to go on the women's side with Tony Storm, Chelsea Green,
Yes.
and Asuka.
Nice.
Because you need that, like, the veteran bit in it.
Yeah. Meiko Satomura. Big turnaround for me on this. That's not a surprise. Rhea Ripley, man, she's proven star quality now. And I was always a not Rhea Ripley guy at all. Didn't get it. I get it now.
Yeah.
Thanks, Hunter. Meiko Ripley. I'll cherry pick from the different companies. That'll be good.
Yeah.
I'll give her another shot. But if she F's it this time, she's out of rest, and it's Mercedes Varnado because she's still on paper.
Pulling out of the fire this year,
On
yeah.
paper,
Not good.
she's still
The Anna Jay
one of
match
the
was really
best.
good fun.
Yeah. She's got it in there. Just we need to unlock it again.
Yeah.
And maybe she'll get that against Meiko Satomura and Rhea
She
Ripley.
will.
Here's the thing that people often don't say enough for me. What about men's wrestling?
What about men's wrestling?
What about it? What was the second bit?
What about me? What about men?
Right. Okay. In a similar vein, 3 to start it round.
Cody.
Yeah.
Oh, you've taken Cody. I
Yeah,
can't
I'm
do the
having
same.
Cody.
Yeah, you have him. I don't want to double down on that. I'll have Punk because of the.
Yeah.
He's a draw. He's a draw, and he's moving into that territory where he wants to become a Booker too.
Yeah.
You can already see it in his brain. So I'll take the Punker for that one, and that will bring with it obviously all of his Legion and connections to NXT. So.
Of course.
They're mine
Future's
now.
there.
The future's there. And as he like slowly takes Shawn Michaels out of the
Yeah.
company. It's all
I'll
a big,
take it from
all
here.
a big job for Brett. He's been doing this the whole time.
I'm going to have Sami Zayn as the kind of creative wild card.
Good.
Kind of thing.
Yes, Sami Zayn's good. It's a good call, brother. I'm talking future.
Yeah.
It's hard to go past Braun Breaker, isn't it, man?
Yeah.
He's at his age at the level that he can get to for sure.
I'll go Trick Williams for Super Future.
Williams.
Yes.
Super Future.
Super Future.
And an AEW person now. Because Punk, I feel like Punk, I know he's WWE, but he counts as like a higher power almost.
Yeah.
So Punk as the veteran, WWE's Braun Breaker, although really, as mad as it sounds like a bootlick, and you could literally pick so many at the minute, it's ridiculous. AEW, Hangman Page, every single day. Every single day of every week for me, Hangman Page. I just have him in a company by himself, me. And think about him in the Punker. Imagine them.
Oh God, yeah.
Together at last.
But imagine them figuring it out and then working together as a tag team.
Yeah.
Boom. Yes, please.
Right, final few questions, and then we'll get to the final hashtag Bloody Good Quiz of the year. Narwhal Nick even 14 says, "Do you think Kenny goes straight to Mox when he returns?"
It'd be good symmetry.
Yeah.
From Moxley's debut, taking out the biggest dog, being Kenny.
Yeah.
I still can't get over him saying that AEW didn't need him, man, Kenny. Like, I know he's probably just...
What are you talking about?
I just don't need it. They're doing fine.
Moxie's missing something at the minute for me, so I think Kenny could be the one to bring that back out of him. Aren't we all? But I think Kenny could be the one that turns that around for him, makes him feel vibrant and important again.
I think just electric babyface Kenny Omega.
Yeah.
Like 10-star wrestler.
Yeah.
Chuck him in there. Let's go.
Let's go.
And
you need to bring him in right at the top. Like, if you're going to do Kenny Omega back,
it's no mess.
Right to the goddamn
I don't need to
top.
see him do any more claims. He sacrificed a lot in that first year in particular.
Yeah.
And then spent another couple of years getting it back.
Don't need that.
No. And I never, ever need to see him in another trios match or another 8-man tag. I don't need to see it. He's put him in as long as he's healthy.
Yeah.
Put him in the matches, in them singles matches I want to see.
Even if he's not wrestling that much on TV, just give him a bit of mic time and save him for big, important shows.
Like Ospreay. I'm
Make
saving
him
my neck
feel
for Derby.
Yeah.
ROB, Rob, says, "Happy holidays, thanks for the great year. 'Tis the season. What's your favourite Christmas memory?"
Favorite Christmas memory?
You spelling out Rob for me.
Yeah.
That's right up there for me.
I think the bit outside the head of steam that WhatCulture Christmas party is right up there for me.
I don't know what you're talking about. Probably because I've got amnesia from that collision.
Tony stormed himself.
We need the collision cops. That's what we need. Favorite Christmas memory? Oh, there's so many because it's Christmas.
Yeah.
I think getting the PlayStation 2 is up there for me.
Yeah.
Like, all my dreams have come true. All the Scale X
We sort of covered that, didn't we? I guess.
Yes, we did.
Last week,
yeah, you're right.
Not that that's not a valid question. It's still, if you went there, we can do that again.
Presents and memories are different.
Presents, they are different.
Although when you're a kid, they definitely align.
Christmas memory. Is it Christmas period or Christmas Day specifically? What we're doing?
Christmas periods. I was going to include, our annual. This happens less now. We've got kids and got a bit older, but our annual sort of school reunions / piss up where all the boys round one of the person's houses just getting rowdier and rowdier. And it's like, we don't need to go into town anymore now. We're happy at a house party.
Yeah. And this is good because you've got control the elements. You've got the right people there. If you fall out, I mean, that's on you because you picked them. Like, if it's not, there's not another factor in there.
It's going to make me sound like I just hate people, but COVID Christmas was wonderful.
You know what? There was a lot of bad things to do with COVID. There was a lot of individual wins, and I think discovering solo things, it really, really resonated with Halloween in particular.
Yeah.
It was like Halloween vibe. I was just enjoying it. Be like, okay, sod it. I guess I'll do it alone.
Yeah.
I love your stories, just like chilling on the balcony, just drinking it all in.
What? Just put on board what you're doing. Just put a suit on. Just put a suit on. Watch a film where they're drinking nice drinks and in suits, and I'm like, yeah, I will do that actually on my balcony.
Yeah.
All right.
But no, COVID Christmas, just me and my partner and my dog.
Yeah.
Not having to worry or bother about anyone else.
But then realistically, hey,
beautiful.
to be fair though, who else do you? That's your unit, man. These are your
Exactly,
people.
yeah.
That's your
These are
people.
the
And I'll balance that out
chosen in my
with the subsequent Christmases that where you kind of appreciate it more, that you aren't just testing, traveling one day together. Oh God, are we going to get arrested if we go back tomorrow, etc. Which we didn't, obviously.
Yeah, of course not. As I've got to say, as I've gotten older, and probably because of maybe the COVID years, although I don't think it really affected Christmas specifically for me, which I was lucky for. Just actually enjoying that bit. Like, I am a bit of a curmudgeon We share similar things of like, I like people when I want to see them.
Yeah.
When I don't want to see them.
On my own terms.
You can, you know what
Go
you can
away.
do. But, go away strongly. But I think when I'm at an age now where I really look forward to going back because the food is always banging. And sometimes I do wonder, is it just the food I go for? Or is it it's both. It has become both. But that thing of everyone around the table is just nice. It's like really nice. And also, if we're talking Christmas memories, we once did a little punt. My mum really wanted to go to New York, so she treated us all and took us on a little... It was like a long weekend-ish type thing, pre-Christmas, freezing cold, snow.
Yeah.
Like, obviously, seeing all the lights and stuff in America. It was the first time I've been to New York as well, so that's a pretty good one, I think.
That's the one thing I liked about Chris Jericho recently was his video on Dynamite this week where he was just doing a plug for ROH Final Battle. And
going around the New York sites.
Yeah. And I was like, that looks incredible this time of year.
But also spouting incredibly untrue facts.
Yep. And hi to, his first super chat from Aramis Hicks. Thank you,
thank
for
you.
your
Thank you very
donation.
much.
Who says, hello, y'all. Thank you for the wonderful, silly year of fun. Everyone at WhatCulture Wrestling makes my workday fly by. Happy holidays to all of you. Thank you. Same to you, Aramis Hicks. And
Thank you.
yeah, thanks to everyone for joining us this year and allowing us yet again to, especially on Friday afternoons, to do this bollocks.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know what's become a nice Christmas Day memory as well, actually, for me? Every day that I've done it now, only 1 year so far, but when we all collectively come into the office...
Of course, yeah.
You, me, Hamflet, Cedric, not Phil because he doesn't care enough, and we all film that special secret video we film every now and again.
Will we do it again this year?
Who's to say?
Yeah, yes.
Who's to say?
I will.
Good call, yeah,
Yes.
of course.
Yeah.
But leaving our friends and families on Christmas Day,
Yeah.
we come back into the office and film that definitely on the day in the office, 100%, not on YouTube waiting to go out on Christmas Day.
Set
Right
your
now.
reminder, as we have in our calendars.
Yeah, because obviously in the middle of giving presents and talking to family and friends, you could just easily
that
forget
time
to come
hits,
in.
You've just got to put the presents down,
Yeah.
go to the office.
You're going to pick me up still, yeah, on the way up?
Yep,
Cool.
yep,
That's
yep.
when we'll come in. I know the Michaels will be here from 7 o'clock. I did Christmas at 5 o'clock in the morning, so...
One of my favourite memories of this year, as it is every year that we do it, is the taxi. Like the buzz of excitement when we're getting the taxi together to go to the airport to start the trip to America. Of just like, morning, it's 3 a.m. Normally, I would not like to come and see you at this time.
Yeah, well, actually,
but it's happening.
Let's be honest, though. That's the funny element of this is that there's me awake. Let's go. Wilbourn.
Ready and waiting.
Awake. Let's go. Phil. Although,
Phil, let me know when you're outside.
although this year, I seem to recall this year, you were a bit better. You were like a bit more on it this year.
I was a bit on it this year.
Yeah,
It wasn't
because I
too
was
bad.
expecting you to be like,
It was the first
oh,
time.
God.
But yeah. It's like, God, why am I here? It's so goddamn
whose
early.
idea was this?
Don't
Yours,
talk to
Phil.
me.
Yours idea, Phil.
Yeah.
You spent all year trying to get this trip off the ground, Phil. This was your idea.
You should look into heading back there next year, maybe.
Maybe.
Anyway, enough of all that.
Nothing happening in Philadelphia, mate. Don't want to go to Philadelphia.
Pointless.
We've done it now.
Good point.
It's completed.
Las Vegas is calling me. It's WrestleMania, but also it's Las Vegas.
You heard? Government shutdown.
Oh, yeah.
We've shut down Philadelphia because we've completed it.
Yeah.
Completed it.
That was us, we did that.
Yeah. Next level.
Anyway, enough of all this. It's now time for a Bloody Good Quiz.
Every time we come back.
And this week's quiz is brought to you by Santa.
What a nice fella.
10 questions, multiple choice, shout your name, wait for me to come to you. Remember, guys, it's just for fun. It's 10 questions all about wrestling in 2024. Question number one. I've done a mixture of good and bad moments from WWE and AEW. I've tried to keep it fairly balanced.
He's off.
He's had enough.
What's happening?
He is. Oh, yeah, he dressed up especially for the SmackDown preview today. That's why.
I haven't seen him in a while.
It's microphone, ladies and
You know
gentlemen.
I'm on holiday, so let's just sort this out.
Well, that's not fair. Now it's
2-1.
2 on 1.
There we go.
Handicap match.
All right, question number one.
There you go.
Hang on.
All right, then, Mike. Come on, you can do this. Now
Oh,
we're
my
talking.
queen.
Nia Jax is on my side.
You get a queen and I get a microphone that I'm weirdly holding like a child. Okay.
I can weirdly hold.
Yeah, there you go.
Right.
And a child was born.
There we go. Get rid of this.
Of all the world.
Question number one. Who lifts Cody onto their shoulders after he finishes the story at WrestleMania 40?
Ooh.
Is it
I nearly rhymes that.
Randy Orton and Kevin Owens, Jey Uso and Sami Zayn, John Cena and L.A. Knight,
Yeah.
or Brandy Rhodes and Pharaoh?
Nicholas. See, part of me was thinking Randy and Kevin, but I'm going to go with Jay and Sammy.
Well, I tried to trick you there because there is a moment later on where it's Randy and L.A. Knight.
This is why I think that my brain was like, it definitely wasn't Kevin Owens because I remember him like sort of standing back, like clapping. Before he ended up deciding wanting to kick Cody's ass.
At 1 point to Nicholas. Question number 2. Obviously, timeless Tony Storm, as we've mentioned, had a phenomenal year.
Yes, she did.
But we all remember the attack when Mariah May turned on her and attacked her with the shoe, bloodied her up. Simple question.
Who could forget?
Which shoe was it, left or right?
Oh, it's good. You've done this multiple times.
Naya.
Oh,
Ooh,
she's coming in.
She's coming in.
Right, walk the left, brother.
Thank you, Naya. It's lovely to have you on. Left.
Sorry,
course,
what
if you get
did you
this
say?
wrong-
So what did you say? Sorry, Nat?
Walk the left, brother.
Okay. Of course, if you get this wrong, unfortunately, the point will go to microphone and Adam Nicholas.
Yeah.
No, dear, that's wrong.
It's the right.
Mariah May, bad worker.
told you it was a rifle, you stupid little idiot.
Thank you for not swearing,
Mariah
microphone.
May.
was really
going to say the
C word there because it sounded about
Sorry, Naya.
I like that nobody would have been able to hear that because I was just talking over behind the mic.
Question number 3. Aside from CM Punk and Cody Rhodes at the end, the Men's Royal Rumble was crap this year.
True or false?
But who lasted the shortest amount of time in there? Was it Pat McAfee, JD McDonough, Carlito, or R-Truth?
Some good candidates there. Was Carlito a quick one out this year?
I can't even remember.
I remember when he wasn't and he had the apples and it was like, what is in them apples?
Yeah.
He came back like a hoss.
Naya.
Oh, Naya.
Is that it again?
Sorry.
She's keen today.
Pat McAfee.
No, dear, that's
Oh,
wrong.
Naya, you're useless.
But he did. He
You
did.
stupid fat flipping.
Hey, you need to settle down, man.
Control yourself.
I've been not swearing this whole time.
Yeah, no, but I just got to.
No.
Back it in.
Pull your mic down.
I'll
Microphone.
turn you off instead of turning you on.
Although he does need to be on the swear tally for the year, so it's
Yeah,
maybe worth it.
Maybe.
Just so he gets in the record box.
Can't take him anywhere.
So your options are JD McDonough, Carlito, or R-Truth.
Right, we're going to flip a coin on JD and Carlito. Okay. That wasn't really a word, was it? You know.
Vander says microphone sounds like Towley. Don't forget to bring a microphone.
Don't forget to bring a microphone.
Oh, I love Towley. Right, flipping a coin. Heads, Carlito.
You catch it.
Tails. What was the other one? JD McDonough. That's not how coins work. What is it? It's tails. All right, tails. What did I say? JD McDonough.
JD McDonough?
Yeah. Hey, the coin never fails.
I'll run you through
Yeah,
it. R-Truth lasted the longest, 2 minutes, 56 seconds.
the way the cookie crumbles.
Carlito, 2 minutes and 23 seconds. Pat McAfee, where he came in and just looked at Omos, basically.
Yeah.
38 seconds. JD McDonough, 3 seconds.
Yeah.
And Jey Uso's sole elimination in the 50 minutes he was in that match.
Really?
Yeah, oh, that's a
Incredible.
good stat.
I think in years to come, when we have to study how they made him a main eventer, and by doing so little with him, like
Yeah.
I don't mean that, and he's not worthy. He absolutely is, but I mean it's fascinating how little he really needs to do to have attained that level.
Hi to Harrison Maynard, by the way. He says, I just want to say my favourite video on WhatCulture is Adam having a breakdown over Raw in 2019. P.S. I forgive you for messing my name up on a Q&A in September. Thank you, Harrison.
Broken Wilbourn was a mood.
Broken Wilbourn. I just remember when our old bosses were like, yeah, maybe start zooming in on him more. When he's, just zoom in on him. What do you mean? Just when he's
poking
angry,
me a
just
bit.
like slowly zoom in on him. All right. And then it's like the next one. Yeah, get him on to do another Broken Wilbourn thing. Just remember, zoom in on him.
I think was it
Right.
you who suggested? Because
Okay.
I think I came in, I was like, see Raw last night.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And you're like, I think you just go and put a camera on and you do this.
Yeah. It was a form of therapy for you.
It was. It was very helpful.
I think a lot of us needed it for that wrestling in particular back
Jesus.
then.
Question
My
number
word.
4. How much did Orange Cassidy pay Chris Jericho back in pennies by pouring them in his car?
Is this how many real pennies
yeah.
it was, or how much did he say it was? That it definitely wasn't.
Because you know that
$3
Chris
grand.
Jericho, that Chris Jericho's a bit of a liar, mate. He likes to tell a few pork pies.
3 grand, 5 grand, 7 grand, 9 grand.
So, sorry, start again.
No.
I know.
3, 5, 7, or 9. How much did Orange Cassidy pay Chris Jericho back in pennies by pouring them into his car?
I was expecting that to like ring a bell when he said it, but
Yeah,
it
me
doesn't.
too. I was thinking 35,000 for some reason. So
It did not seem enough, did it, whatever he was doing? And of course,
It wasn't my car.
3, 5, 7, or 9.
you're funny.
He's funny, this guy.
I'm going to kill you last. All right, Mike. Well,
You're only supposed to blow the bloody dogs off.
That's Michael Caine. That's got nothing to do with it. What's that about? We're trying to do a wrestling quiz, mate.
Britches over there, this guy.
The third one.
7.
Yeah.
You're on a roll here. 4 from 4.
Don't swear. I know you're thinking about it, but don't do it.
Question 5. Who did Jinder Mahal previously beat in singles action before fighting Seth Rollins for the world title on Raw in January?
It's good.
Was it Umberto, Braun Breaker, Julius Creed, or The Rock?
Phil.
It's not.
It's Humberto.
No, dear, that's wrong.
Why is my brain saying Braun Breaker?
Is that what you're saying?
No, my brain's saying it. I'm not saying it. But maybe I am.
Ew.
Well,
The other option is Julius Creed, and the other option, I suppose, technically is The Rock.
The Rock, yeah. What you suggesting that that's not unachievable?
I'm suggesting it's the 4th option.
Yeah.
Especially
Yeah,
if
I'm
we-
not bothered. Braun Breaker. Let's go with that.
No, dear,
Julius.
that's wrong.
It was
He
actually
did-
The Rock.
Between those two.
Turns out it was The
His
Rock.
previous singles victory prior to fighting for the world title against Jinder Mahal, against Seth Rollins on Raw in January was against Julius Creed. It was in January. Sorry, of 2023.
2023, there you go.
Sorry, also on NXT, which got him a title shot against Braun Breaker, basically.
Yeah.
Of course.
Okay, 5 to go.
Simple
4-0
logical
to
steps.
Nicholas.
It's 4-0.
4-0.
What are we doing? We try to draw the quiz. That's what we try. What,
Naya let me
He
down.
tries to draw a quiz, mate. Quizzes are for winning, not drawing.
I make the rules. We try to keep things cool.
Question 6. What colour suit is Nick Jackson wearing when they TK driver Tony Khan? Is it purple, orange, white, or pink with yellow spots like Mr. Blobby?
Phil, purple.
Considering all the colour around us right now, be pretty bloody stupid if... It is!
Yeah.
It's a psycho within a psycho. I like it.
Question 7, 4-1. The Rock made cinema in WWE in 2024.
Yeah, but none of it was good, though.
Disagree.
No.
Look at you
no.
now, boy.
I ain't correct. You've misunderstood. He made cinema while he was working
Sorry,
also
yes.
for WWE.
There
The
you
cinema, no
Well,
good.
It's funny.
The actual cinema in WWE, pretty good.
While we mentioned that, I've gone back in his long list of film
Yes.
credits.
Sorry, films.
What was his character's name in G.I. Joe Retaliation?
It wasn't G.I. Joe because he ain't the top bill, bitch.
Was he Snake Eyes? Was he Roadblock? Was he
Fastlane.
Cobra? Or was he the Final Ross?
It's good. It's all good stuff.
Phil, Snake Eyes.
Yeah, let's
Snake
have that.
Eyes?
No, dear, that's
Oh.
wrong.
Roadblock, Cobra, the Final Ross.
Such an asshole, isn't he? That's not a swear word, though, is it? We're good. Yeah. You've gone quiet all of a sudden. Cobra is like a snake. What was the other one?
Roadblock or the Final Ross?
If he's called the Final Ross.
I take it all back.
No, I don't take it all back. I
Okay.
just double down on the fact that this is what it deserves. Cobra or... What was that other one?
Roadblock.
Roadblock. Roadblock's quite funny because it's like he probably thinks that's a hard name, like a
You'll never get past me. I'm a roadblock.
Yeah.
The roadblock.
Not that it just sounds like someone from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or a WWE pay-per-view.
Well, yeah.
Sorry, PLE. Roadblock, because it'd be funny. Yeah. He's an
I didn't
ass.
think it was Cobra because
Yeah.
Cobra Commanders, is that a
Yeah.
G.I. Joe thing? And he
I'm
wouldn't
not
be a
so sure.
bad
I've
guy.
never been a
surely.
big G.I. Joe guy.
Yeah,
Me neither.
I think it's an American thing.
Yeah.
I think you got to be American.
You have to be American.
You have to be American to do a
Yeah.
G.I. Joe.
We had Action Man, they had G.I. Joe.
Yeah.
That's kind of it.
That's the big divide.
Yeah.
That's the real.
what it is. If we could just
That's the
figure
real
that out,
difference between our
we
countries.
could just get a middle ground between Action Man and G.I. Joe. We'd be all right.
It'd be fine.
Everything would be right in the
And
world.
they said we couldn't solve world problems on this podcast.
Question 8. What?
Making the world a better place, mate.
Oh, now you're chatting, are you?
What did Mercedes
Money.
say after Camille failed to run over Chris Statlander? Was it?
Are you dumb?
dumb?
Are
Are you
you
stupid?
stupid?
Okay, I'll give you the options. You've made a real Camille of this.
Good.
Can't you do anything right?
Yeah.
Next option. Are you still very dumb? Or I'm so tired of you, you're really annoying me and I'm exhausted.
Nice.
you. Take
Phil,
it away,
number
take it away.
3. Yay!
That was a.
And then she said, yes, you're so fresh, y'all.
There was a garage in my old hometown of Bedlington called Tired and Exhausted.
Brilliant.
And I was, as a kid, never really appreciated how good that was until I got older. I was like, yeah, it's great, actually.
Question 9. Dominic Mysterio betrayed Rhea Ripley to smooch with Liv Morgan this year.
Yes, he did.
But which of these things is not true about him? Cody Rhodes thinks he will headline WrestleMania 50. He had to go to hospital after the Seth Rollins Buddy Murphy kendo stick attack a few years ago. Rey Mysterio pitched turning on his own son first. Or Vince McMahon suggested hanging him above the ring like a Money in the Bank briefcase at SummerSlam 2005. Which of those things is not true?
Phil, the Rey Mysterio one.
Yeah. Because I think he wouldn't want to turn on his son.
Yeah, well, I just don't think he'd want to turn heel, would he?
Yeah.
Really, Ray?
He knows where the
No,
money
dear,
is.
that's
Yeah.
wrong.
Oh.
Hang on, you pressed.
I was
pressed
on
the wrong button.
I was on the Mercedes page.
No, dear, that's
Pressed the
wrong.
right
Don't
button for me,
like that.
but the
Oh,
wrong button.
that's sent me
I
sideways.
read that. I read that.
Like
At, WhatCulture.com. I think it was a brilliant Jamie Kennedy write-up that he said, "Yeah, how about I attack my son first?" And even Vince went, "That's stupid."
This was just back in 2005.
Yeah. So your options are: Cody Rhodes thinks he'll headline WrestleMania 50, go to hospital after Seth Rollins Buddy Murphy kendo stick attack, or Vince suggesting hanging him above the ring like a Money in the Bank briefcase at SummerSlam 2005.
I'm going to suggest, I think Cody did say this, unless you've done a trick where he said a different year or it was a different person who said 50. But I'm going to stick with that. That's true. Mm-hmm. I think Vince would have him hanging above the thing, so I'm going to say the hospital one.
Buddy Murphy, Seth Rollins kendo stick attack.
Yes.
Yay!
It's just still
Yeah.
weird. I don't feel like I got the point there.
Wrong way around.
Don't like it.
Vince legitimately said, "Why don't we hang him up there?" And you have to
I
like,
mean, no, we didn't have any questions about
He probably
that one.
was
That
like,
one was
Elmo,
true
do
from
it
the
by his
start.
underpants. Give him an atomic wedgie.
which takes us to our final question.
Just picturing Ray trying to like unlock his son. Like, yeah, what?
I won my son back. Great. Or I'm just being like, nah, you can have him, Eddie. It's too expensive.
Which takes us to
Nicholas has won.
6-2 as we head into the final question. Oh, what's that? Microphone? Quadruple points, you say, to send everyone home happy?
No, don't say that, mate. Why would I say that? That means I lose a quiz. Or draw the quiz. I don't want to draw. He wants to draw. He's a little...
Microphone's been taken after Sidgwick, it seems.
I just swore as well.
It's going so well.
I swore.
Microphone.
Just like under my breath, swore. That was the most pathetic
It's
one.
fine. We'll be fine. We'll stop it.
Well, that almost went very well.
Yeah.
So, final question. Oh, hi to...
bad
Oh, hi to Marcel Laviolette. I know
Hey.
he's had a quite the 2024.
Yeah. 2024s, yeah.
But he says, hey to the Jolly Ginger, Filthy Phil, and Saint Nick with the mic. Well, not anymore.
Not anymore.
Enjoy this season. What's your favourite NXT PLE this year?
I don't know. Could you just name a few to remind me what they were
The
called?
last one was pretty good.
Yes, NXT Deadline.
Yeah.
Heat
What else?
Whip. But I would.
Well, come on.
I'd have to
You
go.
make this rod for your own back, so I'd like you to deliver, please.
I'd have to go for stand and deliver yo, even though I was very grumpy when Tony D didn't win the big one.
Yeah.
And then he showed up the next one. So it was a bloody point on that.
What other ones were there?
God. New Year's Eve. That was my TV special, actually.
You're a winner. Ding, ding, ding.
Yeah. all good stuff.
Yeah. What else? Come on.
Hang on, I think I've got. Do all of them here because Matt Steele.
Give the people what they want. Are you not? I just gotta check that hasn't knocked anything off there.
You've just
assuming
done
that-
the entire stream, Scott.
Yeah, I just was like, I just didn't know. You never know.
Spring breaking, dude. Roadblock, beep, Gap Bloody Road. But I'd have to say, as always, Marcel, my favourite. Yes, Brian, the Great American Bears is right up there.
And God bless the United States.
But yes, Jules, my favourite this year, as it always is NXT Battleground.
Nice.
You're grounded. Battlegrounded. Final question.
Oh, yeah. Ding, ding,
Quadruple points or whatever.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, we're still doing a quiz.
That quiz thing that we're doing.
Honestly,
that
if
we
you earnestly, if you come every week for this quiz,
God bless you.
God bless you, everyone. You deserve better. And hopefully
Well,
you
I've-
understand that there's at least a 20-minute tangent mid-quiz.
And you'll be pleased to know I've put a lot of effort into this final question.
I'm looking forward to it.
I imagine so.
One of the best moments, I think, of 2024, and we were lucky enough to be in attendance for it, was the return of Nigel McGuinness to the ring at AEW All In, flipping in the bushes.
Yep.
But I've gone into his back catalogue, and I want to know from you, even.
I want you to know.
I want you to know.
I want you know.
I want you
to
know.
get the answer to this
Oh, no,
question.
get answer.
Who did he
you know.
once face in the HWA? You know, as you know, Phil, the Heartland Wrestling Association. Did
Big
he
fan,
face?
Big fan. My favourite wrestling promotion, actually.
Yeah, sorry, I'll take a powder on this one. Good luck, bro.
Did he face in the HWA, Phil? Kwee Wee, PP Lee, You're in Trouble, or Barry Piss?
I knew that was going to be Barry Piss. Or like a someone Piss.
Damn it.
Kwee Wee, PP Lee, You're in Trouble, or Barry Piss?
Oh, I'm thinking, you're in trouble.
Yeah, oh.
Someone's come along and it's burst my
Barry Piss.
bubble. Uh-oh.
Barry
took a
Piss.
Barry Piss.
Phil, the first one, because it seems the less Wilbourn.
And there's generally a rule to these sorts of things, isn't there? There's the right one that establishes all the wrong ones.
Yeah.
So you're going not Barry Piss,
I'm not going Barry Piss.
not PP Lee, and not
No.
You're in Trouble.
No.
Nigel McGuinness versus Barry Piss, though. It's like
Ooh,
nearly
yes.
rhymes.
Piss versus McGuinness.
Yeah.
This Saturday.
It's Guinness. It's piss. Drink 'em up the same way. It's wrestling, baby.
Kwee Wee.
Yay!
It's a Christmas miracle.
And I didn't even need Nia Jax, the useless woman.
And on that note,
Good. Great save. Thanks, Phil. Merry Christmas, everyone. We're cancelled. Thanks, Phil. I told you he's the worst one. He's the worst one.
on that note, we'll wrap things up. Congratulations to, I suppose, co-winners of the final quiz of 2024. Let us know how you got on in the comments section below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, of course. And you can follow us all on X, Twitter, whatever you want to call it. You can follow Adam Nicholas at
It's Adam Nicholas. You can also follow Phil Chambers at
Fill My Chambers. And you can follow Wilbourn at
Adam Wilbourn. Follow us all at WhatCulture WWE. As I said, you can check out the SmackDown preview, which was very serious and fantastic journalism yet again. It's available right now wherever you get your podcasts from. But yes, once again, thank you from all of us here at WhatCulture for a fantastic 2024. He's looking forward to a very busy and exciting 2025. Thank you everyone who's joined us today. And my thanks to Adam Nicholas for the year, Phil Chambers for the year. Thanks to you for the year.
It's just going to be me for the year and you for something else.
And we will see you soon. WrestleCulture is recorded in front of a live studio audience.
Barry Piss. We wish you a Barry Pissmas. We wish you a Barry Pissmas. We wish you a Barry Pissmas and a happy
Piss, yeah.
And that's why he gets the medium books, baby.
Bye.
I gotta go and get the thing.
Bye, everyone.
Yeah, we
Some merch.
Thanks for a fun year.
Oh, yeah.
If you want to celebrate the year in style, go to whatculture.com/shop and buy some WhatCulture merch. It won't arrive before Christmas, but it'll get here sometime before New Year, probably. So go there and buy some stuff, please. Thank you. Hoodies, t-shirts, hats, beanies, and caps.
Wristbands.
Mugs, wristbands, t-shirts from our live show, posters from our live show. More postage costs for those because we have to post them.
Yes. That's about it. I think you've nailed
That's
it.
about it, yeah.
Check it out, whatculture.com/shop. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. We'll see you next year. Bye.
Bye. Thanks, everyone. Bye, 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 bye. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.